Welcome to episode 1 of my Hearts of Iron 3 for the Motherland basic tutorial series. In this episode, I will cover the important game options and your choices when starting a new game. When you start a game for the first time, you will be greeted by this quick start screen. The options here are fairly limited, so go ahead and click the custom game button down here if you haven't already. First off, I definitely suggest enabling autosave. Go for monthly or maybe biannually if you're feeling adventurous. Next we have counters. With use counters enabled, all your units will be represented in the game by their military symbols. I'd suggest you turn it on, but it's up to you of course. Counter distance determines how far you have to zoom out to make the simplified counter view show up. Show hierarchy on the map enables a visual representation of your command structure. So if you select a unit, you immediately see where its commander and subordinates are. I'd suggest turning this on because it helps you manage your units and detect problems in your hierarchy. It doesn't work with unit models, by the way, just with counters. Hierarchy scale determines if units that are higher up in the hierarchy are larger visually on the map. So a high-ranking headquarters unit will be larger than a low-ranking one. The higher you set the slider, the bigger the difference in size will be. This setting only affects simplified counters. That's it for the options. Now let's go ahead and create a new game. Here you can choose a starting date. Changing this actually changes the map, as we can see, which is pretty neat. 1936 is what most people use, I believe. The reason for that is that you don't start in the middle of the World War, and you have some time to prepare your strategy. The later you start, the more locked in you are on whatever your country starts with. There's also scenarios here, which put you in a more directed position, focused on warfare usually. Finally, the third button is for loading saved games. As with changing the starting date, you can see the map change to reflect your save game. So let's go back to 1936 and pick a country to play by clicking on it. When you pick a country, you'll immediately see its government type, National Socialism in this case, whether it's at peace or at war, and the current head of state. Let's go through the options now. Here we have the difficulty, which ranges from very easy to very hard. Very easy makes you much stronger and the AI a bit weaker. Easy makes you slightly stronger. Normal makes everything equal for you and the AI. Hard weakens you a bit and makes the AI more powerful. And finally, very hard weakens you a lot and basically doubles the AI's strength. My suggestion is to go with normal. Game mode is either normal or arcade. Now, game mode affects just one thing, and that is supply. Sounds simple, but the supply system is actually very complex and something many people struggle with. Setting game mode to arcade pretty much removes all simulation aspects from supply and makes it extremely simple. In my opinion, the supply system is just an integral part of the game. Using arcade mode just takes too much away from it. These other 5 options here allow you to set different aspects of your country management to AI control. I'd suggest you leave all of these on player control for now, as you can still change it later if you feel overwhelmed. Last stop, victory conditions. So in Hearts of Iron 3, there are 3 big factions. There's the Axis, the Allies, and the Comintern. Each of these have their own victory conditions. Now there's about 30 in this list, and you must have exactly 15 of them enabled, but which ones is up to you. So how do you pick victory conditions for Allies and Comintern, as these are just for the Axis? Well, these are the Axis victory conditions because I have Germany selected as my country, which is the leader of the Axis. If I want to change the Allies victory condition, all I have to do is select the United Kingdom, which is the leader of the Allies, and there we go. For the Comintern, it's the Soviet Union, of course. These are also saved, so you can set Allied victory conditions, but then switch to Germany, and the AI will have the victory conditions you set earlier. I'd suggest just leaving all of these at the default for now. They probably won't matter too much for your first 50 games. Alright, that's all for now. See you in episode 2, where we'll check out the in-game interface.